Hello guys, I'm in the middle of Mexico City in a 19th century castle in the middle of Mexico City. So here, after talking with my patients, I want to change the narrative, and we have been told a story that you can build a career, and we were talking about building a family at the same time as our parents. They were doing it actually, and we can delay life and share family with and choosing with who we want to share. But what if that story it's over? What if that actually now seeing back how our parents did, look at what's happening right now. Some people are rejecting careers, trying to return to family life. Others are rejecting family to survive professionally. And both sides believe they are choosing freely. You ask a woman around 40 and they say, come on, I have 4 more years to be a mom. My auntie did that for my third cousin. But that's not adaptation to a system that stopped supporting at this age, at this point. Also guys, our fertility rate, it's also the 33%, exactly the same as women. So now we are deciding based on ideology, on timing, based on cost of living, behavioral economics, healthcare access, insurance, job stability. Even those who want large families delay them, not because they don't want them, but because to sustain, as we cannot afford to give less of how our parents raised us. And that's the narrative that I want to talk, and I've been talking with my patients to justify the situation about when is the perfect time for a career life, for a traditional life. Both are illusions, because neither our normal model working at scale in today's world, as how we are seeing the statistics of getting divorced and getting married. And here is another uncomfortable truth. We build systems, we're creating families. Now it's risky. Now financially, emotionally, biologically, it's becoming a risk. So people adapt. We wait, we postpone, and eventually we ended up arriving late to the calling, because biologically our body is getting oxidized. And this is where everything changed, because once biologically and timing disconnect, we are no longer have a natural path. And that's what we are changing, and we need to intervene. We need to be mature enough to say, hey, if it's not today, when? If it's not with her or him, with who? Or maybe alone. But we need to start making decisions, because we are seeing advanced technology and egg donation, IVF, surrogacy, and it's costing us 40 years to become what we want to become, the best versions of ourselves. And we think that that response to align into our life, maybe it's after 40. Starting to find the mother of our kids and the father of our kids at 40, we don't see this as the normal path. We see as lack of infrastructure, decisions, and the way to connect to someone else. But the biological time clock is there. So that's life. We need to still moving forward. But how we can identify in less time what we have ahead, years and timing still clicking. Advances, obviously, our seasons in human history, what happens it's that fewer people, we are creating families. What happens now, deciding with who and with who we connect before we fragment. What happens if we optimize everything and those decisions for our life itself, not taking the right decision? That's the risk. Choosing with who, at what time. Maybe it's gonna be too late, or thinking if it's too early at 40. That was on our 20s. Now we're at 40s, and we need to recognize that the ecosystem and the system of the decision, it's changing. And if we don't decide soon, how later we are going to respond and feel guilty about it, because the future will belong to those who don't wait for alignment, because never is the right time. But for the diapers, we need to build the family with love. That's why Conscious Creation is here, trying to change the narrative towards family, towards the nucleus of our society. We need to become more souls into this world. It's not longer Earth alone anymore for our future generations. Conscious Creation from Mexico City. Thank you for listening.